up. I'll go 12 rounds before I give up. Heavy is the crown, but I will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody come on in. It is time for the Own Your Now show. It's Friday. It's Freedom Friday, and I'm so excited about it. I am your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee, also known as Divine T.
And I am your co-host, Yolonda Lankford, and they call me Lady Yo, and you can call me Lady Yo too. Hello, Divine T.
Good morning, Lady Yo. It's Friday. Aren't you excited about it?
I am excited about it. But I always tell people every day I get to look at your beautiful face, I get excited. You calm my soul, sister.
Well, you know what? You calm minds as well. And you're looking awfully beautiful. And I'm so excited that it's Friday because you know what happens after Friday?
Yes!
Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday again. It's Friday, Sunday, what? It's Friday again. It's Friday, Sunday. Let's go. Let's go. What? Hey.
That's my boy. But it's the hype man for me. Yes. Everybody needs a hype man. And I always tell you, everybody needs a cheerleader with the shortest skirt.
With the shortest skirt. And you know what? You are a true cheerleader for everything that we represent. You inspire, uplift, and empower. And that's what we're going to continue to do in this half an hour that we are here with everyone. Please share. We have amazing guests today. We have so many things that we have to talk about. This is what it's all about, y'all, here on the Own Your Now show. Lady O, tell me, what's in your cup? What are you sipping on this Friday?
Well, today I am sipping out of our Own Your Now cup, and I'm sipping on some coffee with that oat milk creamer.
All right, Dawn, you see she's sipping on that oat milk creamer, everybody. Can you all see that? Look, Karen is in the house. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
What are you sipping on? We want to know.
Well, I have that STL water chaser. So, in honor of our girl, Shamim Clark Hubbard. Now, you have to tell us, Tracie, it's Friday. We've had a long week. What are you sipping on?
You know what? We have had a long week. And so, I go back to my old faithful, my black coffee. Because black coffee matters, y'all. I got my black coffee. I'm going to be sipping on it the entire show. Long week, a long weekend. But you know what? We're going to take it all in because that's what it's all about. What is everybody else sipping on? I see that KB says she has coffee with almond milk. Have you ever tried that?
Oh, it's in my refrigerator.
All right now, coffee with creamer. That's good. That's good. And you know what? Dawn is saying me too. She got that oat milk creamer and hers is decaf. I can't do decaf, Dawn. I got to have, it got to be strong and black. I promise you that. Yes. Good morning, Linda. Linda has coffee with almond milk as well. And Jane she's sipping on a loaded smoothie.
Loaded. I mean, she must have every fruit and vegetable in that smoothie.
Yes, I normally, when I drink my smoothies, I get like a shot of that ginkgo. Although I need that brain food. Naylene says, good morning, sunshine. She's drinking French vanilla coffee. Lady O, do you drink iced coffee?
I normally do not. However, I if that's all that's there, I'm drinking it.
Right. All right. I can't do the cold, but I'm so glad that everybody is here with us. What else is in my cup? Of course, what is in my cup today is my affirmation word of the day, and the word is values. It's so important that we think about the things that mean the most to us, but also think about the things that you value. What's important to you? You can't value all the things in the community if you don't have that strong foundation and what is important to you. So think about your values today as you think about your affirmation words. And the only way that we can take time for ourselves is to be what, Lady O?
We have to be our best self.
That's right, y'all. And you know how we be our best selves? We take time for ourselves every single morning. So everybody take some time, take some deep breaths in and out.
Beauty comes in every size and every
We
shape.
get ready, y'all.
I'm perfect just the way I make it. Whoa.
Let's start with our left arm, y'all. Woo!
I'm loving who I be. I'ma be my best self. There's no one else like me.
Right arm.
Self-care. Self-worth. Self-aware. My best self.
Woo! Are y'all tapping in with us? Let me see who's in here.
I'ma be my best self.
All right, I see you, Robert. Joan. Woo! Linda, yes, self-care is everything. All right, both arms, y'all.
Owning it. Look in the mirror and all I see is love. Take it one step at a time.
Consider yourselves.
Yeah. Beauty ain't a website and a smile and a face. Beauty's holding my head up with grace. I thank God for the way I made it.
Reach out to your friends.
I'ma be my best self, my best self.
Love you, Lady O.
Love you, Tracie.
Woo!
There's no one else like me.
I see you, Carla, Kimberly, Clarice. I see y'all. That's what it's all about. Shanita. All right, y'all. Let's hug ourselves. Woo! Start with love. Woo! That's what it's all about. How you feel, Lady O? How you feel?
I love it. Every time I hear it, and today I heard, all I see is love. When I look in the mirror,
That's
all
right.
I see is love.
You better. You have to start with yourself first. You know, that's what it's all about. Well, you all know that every day, Monday through Friday, we give birthday shout outs, celebrations, and vibrant vibes. And Lady O, I know you have some exclusive birthday shout outs for us today, don't you?
I absolutely do. I want to start off first by saying happy birthday to Kebra Peoples. She is having her birthday. She is celebrating. This young lady is definitely a woman who is doing the work in the community. She owns several daycares. And you know what? She says, train up a child in which the way you want them to go. And she is definitely living those words as she teaches our kids in our community. I want to say happy birthday to our very own owner, Sheila Martin. Sheila Martin is celebrating her birthday. We also have someone from California, Miss Maisha Clipper Willis. She is now Dr. Maya, and she is celebrating with her family in California. Now, our vibrant vibe person of the day is Miss Lady Lily Franks. I'll tell you what, this sister definitely fills our cup. We are so happy we met her, and you just keep on supporting our community and giving the ladies through your sister circle the support they need. So you are our vibrant vibe of the day, Lady Lily Frank.
Goodness. You know, she really is a lot of support. She keeps us covered. She's always praying for us. And so definitely shout out to her. I know we're doing more shout outs. I also want to shout out to Bridget Taylor. Today is her birthday. A great year for us to make sure that we come together and say happy birthday to everyone. It's not always a good year, but you know what? We make it great because we make sure that we cover each other, and that's what it's all about. Oh, look. Shanita said me. She turned happy birthday. She said 49. Happy 49th birthday to her.
Happy birthday. Well, you know, we have our vibrant vibe guests. We have Dr. G. She is talking tea time with Dr. G. She's going to come on and tell us all about what she has going on. And we have the Tony Thompson with the Kwame Building Group, Kwame Foundation, that's going to come on and talk to us about how he grew up, the legacy of his mother, and we're going to talk about what he's poured into the community. Now, you know, I have my celebrity birthdays.
Ooh, do we now?
Well, you know, just in case they're watching, happy birthday, Marlon Wayans.
Happy birthday. Look, our owner's in the chat already. Marlon, he said Marlon Wayans is 49.
He's holding.
Oh no, he holding. Go ahead, Marlon.
We also have a happy birthday going out to Michelle Williams.
All right. Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child, right?
Yes.
Right.
And last but not least, honey, Just in case he's watching, I hope to see him soon. Happy birthday, Kim.
Kim. Oh, baby. Hey, girl. I love me some Kim, y'all. You know how I feel about concerts. Everybody tell us, what is your favorite Kim song? I know that you have a favorite one. I know your favorite one, Lady O.
All of them are my favorite, but when he does say, hey girl, it's like he's like, hey yo.
Girl. Everything is girl. But let me tell you this. I know that my favorite song is Share My Life.
Yes.
I love that one. And then when he says, nobody, nobody, nobody. But your favorite one is that new one he sings called Lie to Me. That's your favorite one, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, anything he sings, he could probably sing the phone book. And I'd be like, oh, that's my favorite.
Well, happy birthday, Kim. We're going to keep shouting everybody out. If you all have birthday shout outs, please let us know. Look, Jane, because we're not here on the weekends, but Jane says happy birthday to my grandson Sunday. So happy birthday. That's what's up. And we'll keep shouting people out. You all want us to shout them out? Go to our website. Let everybody know. Lady Yo loves birthday shout outs, celebrations, and of course, she loves exclusives, right?
Absolutely. And we have a couple of them today.
Yes, we do. So let's get right started with our day. Robert has already told you all to share, and we hope you continue to share because we have a man in our community who is always doing the work. We're talking about Anthony Tony Thompson, founder and CEO of Kwame Building Group, a construction management firm. They talk about how he says, we believe that people, not companies, build relationships. And you know what? That's what this is all about here in our community, is about relationships. Let's bring him right up. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
How are you?
We're doing well. But you know what? I want to ask you, what is in your cup? What are you sipping on?
Oh, well, I might have to get a refill. Hot chocolate. I'm not much of a coffee person.
Hot chocolate person. Well, you know what? You're actually the second person. Remember, another young lady said she was drinking hot chocolate. Well, Tony, we're going to get this party started because you are definitely a pillar in the community. And first, we want to say we send our condolences. We know you lost your mother, and we know how much of a powerhouse she is. She is. Talk to us about your legacy and maybe a lesson that your mom taught you.
Well, that's a big question because, as you know, she has been a powerhouse in the community. But the main lesson that she taught all of us is giving back. You've heard her. Anybody that's heard her speak, her favorite line is, "None of us have made it until all of us have made it." So she certainly instilled in me the whole idea that we are our brother's keeper, and we are responsible to make sure that we uplift each other. And there's just so many lessons that I learned that I applied to my business as well as my personal life from my mom.
I had the honor of introducing her on, it was Ferguson's first Juneteenth celebration. And I had the honor of introducing her. And after she spoke, what I loved about her was they said, well, Miss Thompson, would you like to sit? She says, no, I'll stand. I said, that's what I love. She said, I have something to say. And when it was all over, she said, come here. She said, Yolanda, you're doing a great job.
Yes. That's the thing about it is when you have people in the community that you can look at as a leader and she models that for everyone all over. Tony, I know that this is a difficult time, but she laid a strong foundation for you and your family and all of your siblings. You are also in the midst of all of this celebrating 30 years in business. 30 years is huge. Talk to us about how did this journey get started?
Well, actually, believe it or not, it got started when I was in high school. My mom used to drop me off to school every morning, and I'd have me a little briefcase, and we talk on my way to school in the morning about me having my own business. I used to tell her I wanted to have my own business one day, and we used to talk about that every morning. So we would joke with each other as I would get out the car in the morning. I say, I'm going to burn these folks and show them what we made of. And we would joke about that every morning because I was excited about learning. I was excited about education, and she instilled that in us, and to be the best and to never give up. And even when I was in college, she would, when I would have tough times and periods, never really considered dropping out, but I certainly had some tough days where I thought I might have got kicked out. but she would say, life is not for the swift or the strong, but for those who can endure to the end. And that's the way she lived her life, about endurance and with no fear.
No fear.
Endurance with no fear. Now, as an entrepreneur, we know there had to be some challenges. Talk to our young entrepreneurs that are coming up and talk to them about what challenges you overcame and how you overcame them.
Well, that's a good question. First of all, for any young entrepreneurs out there, I just like to say, never let the fear of failure prevent action. I think that sometimes we get paralyzed by the fear of the unknown, or just the fear of the known. So we just feel like we just won't even try. And my mother always had that, she also would say things like, hey, if you can take it, you can make it.
Woo!
So,
say that one more time. She said what?
If you can take it, you can make it.
I like that.
And so, got to keep your expectations high if you're in business. I tell people all the time, negotiation and documentation, when you go into things, I'm sure you ladies have been down this road where you're trying to get a deal, whatever, the negotiations are a very critical part of any deal. But more importantly than that is that you document what you negotiate, because at the end of the day, those notes and minutes from the negotiations can and will become part of the contract. A lot of people don't even realize that. You have situations where you get bombarded with a lot of legal mumbo jumbo, and again, learning from my mother, who didn't finish her formal degree. She attended college, but she used to say she had a PhD, a P for poverty, H for hell, and D for determination. And she felt like she could deal with anything or anybody, and she did. And so if it doesn't make sense to you, then it probably doesn't make sense. So don't get all excited just because you got all they use these big words and contracts and everything else, and everybody get intimidated, because sometimes they do that to try to baffle you or try to confuse you or to try to, wear you down. And particularly we as African Americans, sometimes we can't afford the legal dream team that the opposing side may have. It doesn't matter. My brother was my attorney, he still represents me from time to time. I remember very early on when we were in some big negotiations on some lawsuits that could have put me out of business. And speaking to one of the challenges that I faced, that was probably one of them, Yolanda. I was in the middle of a lawsuit. I was part of a 3-way joint venture. None of what we had nothing to do with brought the lawsuit, but because we were a minority joint venture partner, we were a party to the lawsuit. Well, a lot of people don't know that my legal fees were $6 million, not the team's, my legal fees. And I almost went bankrupt and out of business just over that one lawsuit. But the thing that saved me was some language that I had in there about an indemnification clause that my brother put in there to make sure that our role was a construction manager. There were design issues that brought the lawsuit. And we made it clear that if anything were to happen due to any negligence on my partner's part, then they would have to pay, for everything, blah, blah, blah. Well, we got down to it, and I had to exercise that clause. I say, look, if you guys want to keep me in this lawsuit, you either gonna have to pay my legal fees, or I'm gonna get out of this thing and I'm gonna sue you.
Wow.
Okay,
they didn't have any problem.
This is the thing. So many people say that they want to open a business and they want to create a legacy with businesses. But you're saying that the biggest piece to it is you got to learn your business. You got to learn the ins and the outs.
Yes.
And that's really crucial when you talk about paperwork and contracts.
Right.
I'm telling y'all this because I hope y'all sharing in the midst of this. We always talk about journaling, notebooks, pull it out, take notes, y'all, because he's dropping dimes that will save your business forever. Could you please, because I'm putting this stuff down again, could you go that PhD again?
Yes.
PhD.
So she said P for poverty, H for hell, and D for determination. See,
oh my goodness, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that.
In the Doris Webby housing projects, and my mother, they lived in Pruitt-Igoe for years, and I run into people will call me right now since they heard of her passing, and would tell me that she gave them their first job when she was the director of the community center down in Pruitt-Igoe. Leon Spinks, Michael Spinks, even our new Congresswoman Cori Bush. She got her first job from my mother. And so, the other thing that I learned from my mom was she would say, never, don't accumulate too many enemies at one time.
Ooh, that's
and we talk about that early on when I didn't know what she meant, but as I grew and I started dealing, I knew exactly what she meant. Because if you have to go into battle, you can't have everybody fighting you at the same time. You just can't win.
Yes.
So you want to make sure you keep, you got to spread it around. So there are times when you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, right? There are people that I want to fight. I'm like, I can't fight you right now. I got another fight going on. I get to you later.
I'll get to you later. But let me tell you, I want to drop a little exclusive that a lot of people may not know about Tony. He is an accomplished pianist.
Wow. Wait a minute.
He is.
She just gave us an exclusive, y'all. Did y'all know this?
Well, it might be exclusive to people who know me as an entrepreneur, but the people that went to high school with me knew that, I had a scholarship to major in music when I graduated from high school. I was the jazz piano soloist at U City in 77 to 78. And a lot of people, but this is one of those few times I will brag on myself, because there was nobody in the state of Missouri that was better in 77 to 78, including P. Todd Williams at the time.
Wow. All right.
But the school didn't offer architecture, so I turned it down and I went on to major in architecture.
A little birdie told me the reason why he got the scholarship, but his mother said, now, son, I think it was, she told me that, now, son, you got to go and get you something go major in something that's going to get you a job. But Tony, you have been able to have the Kwame Building Group and the Kwame Foundation. That's your philanthropic part of your company. I want to go back a little bit on the music thing. You are still making music.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, when about 12 years ago, I believe, right after my brother passed away, I wanted to get back into my music. And so when I sold 49% of the company to the employees, and I maintained 51% as the chairman and CEO, but I used some of the proceeds to build a studio in my basement and then ultimately downtown, so that I could learn more about the production. I was past the stage of performing, right? So I started dealing with production and that sort of thing. So I learned a lot about that. And so when I went through the process, now here's a nugget that most people don't even know, that when I started learning how to create music and produce, I got selected to go to France for 10 days, and I studied under Young Guru, Jay-Z's producer and engineer, for about 10 days with 15 people from around the world. And I came back and I made my first album, The Sound of Your Mind, part 2.
Wow.
Part 2.
Wow.
Let me tell you, I don't know if it's designs music, creates music that is so soothing to the soul. You all need to check out the musician, Tony Thompson.
You wear so many different hats. The things that you do in the community, the things you do at your business, and now the jewels that you can drop to all these new entertainers out here. But you also give back. You have a golf tournament that's coming up in August. Talk to us about the scholarships and the different things that you continue to offer.
Well, the scholarship, actually, the foundation, the formal foundation started, years ago. This year would be our 17th or 18th scholarship golf tournament. I've always mentored in the school system, even when I was, just getting out of college. I would provide support for young people to go to college, because I knew without an education and without scholarship, I would not be able to do the things that I'm able to do. And I believe that everyone should have an opportunity to a quality education. And unfortunately, we have a lot of talented people out here who can't go to college because of funds. And there's no reason why people can't get an education for financial reasons. So I set up these endowed scholarships at about 12, 13 or so institutions, all of the universities around St. Louis. And several of them are in my mother's name. As a matter of fact, in lieu of flowers, I'm asking people to donate to the Kwame Foundation, because we have several scholarships, particularly at the medical schools, in the name of Betty Thompson. And so the scholarship is really just that. We've endowed over $2.5 million worth of scholarships for first generation and minority students. And let me drop a little nugget on you. For a nice period of time, and we had some of our successful events when Miss Yolonda Lankford was my executive director of that foundation. You know, that's when she was going through her second middle-age crisis, trying to find herself, what she wanted to do, and she did a very good job. Unfortunately, you know, just so people know, she didn't get fired. She decided to move on. You know, she had, I think at the time, your mother, I think at that point,
Yes,
had some issues, and
Well, you know,
that was a huge loss for us.
That at that time that she was doing that project and all the things that she was covering, that's when we met. I don't know if anybody knew, but you all had a whole program for girls as well as the boys.
Right. Oh, okay, I remember that now. Over at the Harrison Center.
Yes, and that's when I first met Tracie Berry-McGhee. So thank you, Tony Thompson, for my job, starting my career in my second phase. I used to call that getting back in the game.
So
that's what I was doing.
Do I get some like executive producer credits down here?
Yes.
You brought us together again. So we're excited because you actually have everybody, the Kwame Foundation's golf tournament that funds scholarships and first generations is on August the 19th. It is 12 to 4 at Top Golf in Chesterfield. And I just love that you love to give back and you continue to do that. And we're all better for it. We really are. That's what true values are. That's what that foundation is all about. So literally approximately $150,000 a year in scholarships and grants go out. I like the fact that you say first generation, because I was first generation.
Well, let me clarify. I would have said Black, but you can't do that.
Well, you know, we'll just let you say it here. But whatever you do.
So I tried to narrow it down as best I could.
But you know what? This is the thing, Tony. You take care of home first. We can take care of everybody else, but we can't take care of everybody else if we don't take care of ourselves. Yeah. So I like the fact that you're saying I'm taking care and I'm giving back to my people, because that's what this is all about.
Absolutely. That's how my mother raised us. You know, she said, look, you don't have to be anti-white to be pro-Black.
Yes.
We ain't got nothing against white folks. You know, this is all about us. And if don't nobody take care of us, who take care of us?
Right.
If white folks helping white folks, and Black folks helping white folks, who helping Black folks?
Yeah, well, we are so glad that you said yes, because we know you have a lot going on. You said, I'm still going to come on the show, and we're so glad for it. You know, Friday is Freedom Friday, and you teach us how to be free with our words, free with our minds, free with our entrepreneurship. You know, before you go, tell us your affirmation word. What's that one word that means something to Tony Thompson?
I guess it have to be endurance.
Yes.
You know, I mean, because you know, my mom was a true example of that. Someone who was born, you know, with alopecia, who had health issues. She's diabetes. She had a heart attack. Her latter years, she had, you know, amputation. You know, but you would have never known it. I mean, she lost her eyesight. You know. But like you said, she was out there running around. I tried to get her to stay home, you know, like, Mom, you need to relax, stay down. No, but that's who she was. And so she had to get out there.
You know,
continue to do what she was brought here for.
Endurance.
Yeah, she did. And she did exactly what she was brought here for. And I hope that we all can take a lesson from that book of making sure that you take care of yourself and take care of your community and show up. And do the work. That's exactly what you're doing, and you're continuing to do, you and your entire family. We pray for you. You have our deepest condolences. I know this weekend may be a difficult one, but all of our St. Louis community, and I'm sure everyone, local, national, and global, are standing with you.
But yeah, let me just say thank you again for having me on. I wanted to you know, like if Yolanda needs me or you anytime, hey, I'm here for you. I believe in giving back and service. I tell people, if my mom had a business, she could have ran any Fortune 500 company, but it would have been broke because she would have given all the money away.
Well, you know what? The thing about it is you are able to balance those things out, and she taught you what that looks like. So thank you again. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, and all the comments that I saw reading across there from your listeners. I thank you, and I appreciate all the prayers and best wishes. Have a good day.
You too. You too. You know what?
Isn't that awesome? He's just such an awesome guy. And you know what I'm going to do is after the show, I will make sure the information is put into where if you want to make a donation in lieu of flowers, they are asking that you make a donation to the Kwame Foundation. So I will make sure all that information is in there, Tony, so that people can donate and keep your mom's legacy alive and keep your legacy alive and help our community while we're doing it.
That's what it's all about. You know, people just don't know what connections look like when you connect, and those dots, they just keep going and going. It's like when you sow a seed, you will see what that looks like for everything to grow.
We are a prime example. We are a prime example because we met at that summit that for the Kwame Foundation, and that seed was planted, and it was maybe 6 years later.
Yes,
that we reconnected, or what I don't want to say reconnected, that we bloomed.
We bloomed over coffee. But let me tell y'all something. We're not just talking about coffee today. Our next guest is a phenomenal woman. We're talking about tea, y'all. We're talking about tea. We're talking about tea time with Dr. G. Dr. G. Glasper was born and raised in Venice, Illinois. She received her formal education in the public school system, obtained her bachelor's degree in elementary, master's in elementary. You know what? She has went on and on and on to her doctorate. But today we're also talking about her show, a part of the network. You know what? I'm just going to bring her up because she has so much that she does in the community. She does the mobile spa parties. She's also the producer, creator, and host of Talk and Tea Time with Dr. G. Everybody say hey to Dr. G.
Good morning.
ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know what? You are looking vibrant over there, lady. So we got to get the tea. And, you know, we have divine tea. We have talk and tea time. Tell us what's in your cup.
Well, this morning in this beautiful cup, and if you notice, it says tea time, given to me by the beautiful Tracie McGhee.
You know, you are a sister girl. Everything that you do and we doing this together. It's been an awesome journey, hasn't it?
It has been awesome. And I am sipping on Lipton green tea this morning. Lipton green tea. Yes, that's what
Sugar, no sugar. Sugar, no sugar.
Honey. No sugar, honey.
All right.
Well, let's get a figure.
Oh, hey, you know what? Because you know where we're going to be? We are going to be on a national network with the Network. Talk to us about Talk and Tea Time with Dr. G.
Okay, so Talk and Tea Time with Dr. G, it was birthed from a concept that I had. I wanted to create a platform where people can come in and we just talk about current event, everyday topics, and real topics that people really don't want to talk about. So I wanted to create that comfortable environment where we can sit down and have those uncomfortable conversations. So that's how Talking Tea Time with Dr. G was birthed.
You know, the thing about this is we all need to be able to have those courageous conversations, talk about some of the things that we typically don't want to talk about in the community because people say what goes on in the house stays in the house. Yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, we have to come to the table and say, let's talk about these things. What inspired you to say yes to Talking Tea Time outside of the fact that you love tea?
That is true. I do love tea. What inspires me? Wow, there are a lot of things that inspire me, but I will say the number one thing that inspires me, my inspiration, is myself. And you all have heard me share my story of how, you know, at a young age, I was in that tragic, you know, car accident and the disfigurement of my leg. And the doctor said I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. And so every day when I get up and look in the mirror, I realize that I still have purpose. And God kept me here for a purpose. So when I look in the mirror every morning, I say to myself, okay, you're still here. You're still standing. Let's get out there. And I try to inspire other people. And people will ask me all the time, you're always so happy. Do you ever have a bad day? You always give off positive energy. Yes, I do have bad days. Don't get me wrong. I do. But I don't let those bad days outweigh my good day. I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it. And so I inspire myself every single day.
Amen.
Yes.
You know, we have heard your journey of the first when you got hit by a semi truck when you were three.
Yes.
3. And then you had another accident.
Yes.
And overcame that. And so when you all watch her show, speaking of, you got to let everybody know where they can find it and where it's going to. But when you are on your show, you also have different pastors that come on and conversations. Talk to us about how important it is for us to realize that where your faith comes from.
Oh, sure. So on my first episode, I interviewed 2 pastors, and we talked about pastoring during the pandemic. Will the church survive COVID-19? And I had the pleasure of interviewing my pastor, the Dr. Freddie James Clark from the Shalom Church City of Peace. And I also interviewed Pastor John C. Williams. And we just had this conversation about, are people going to come back to church?
Right.
Are they going to want to come back to church after COVID-19? And we just had rich conversations. And so because God did spare my life, and I grew up in church. That's all I knew. Mom and Dad took me to church on Sunday. So I'm a church girl at the end of the day. And I say that I don't apologize for being that. Yes. So my faith is really what keeps me rooted and grounded. And if you don't have faith, I encourage you all to grab some faith, because it's going to hold you. I promise you it will. It will hold you.
Yes. You know, she is comical also, because the other day I heard her say, the church doors have been closed so long during the pandemic that I almost have to be rebaptized.
I thought I was going to have to get baptized again. So thank you, Pastor Clark, for opening the doors. Yes. I was almost backslid. Thank you, Lord.
This is the thing that I love, is that it's all God's plan. Everything that's happening is God's plan. And, you know, we can't not move up and not share this with everyone. So, y'all just know the RTV network is coming. There's going to be apps. We're going to constantly tell you all everything about it. But tell everybody, we know the RTV network is launching in the fall on August 29th, but also tell them where they can find you now.
Sure. So, excuse me, I have a YouTube channel. And if you go to Talk and Tea Time with Dr. G, you will be able to see the 3 episodes that have already aired on ABC KDNL 30. So those have already aired. You can also go to my Facebook page. If you just go to Tisha Glasper, I've put those episodes there. You can find those as well. And then on Instagram, it's Tea Time Dr. G. So you can find me there as well. And I am so excited about this network. I just don't know what to do. I am just overjoyed. And I know it was nothing that I did so special. It was just God's favor that He is going to allow us to be on Roku and Apple TV and Fire TV. So we're able to share our stories. We're able to encourage other people. And again, I want to be able to sit down and talk with people about these subjects that people just don't want to talk about, but we know they're real. We know that they exist. This is the world that we live in. So let's sit down and talk. And so for anyone that's listening today, if you have something that you want to talk about, if you want to be a sponsor, you need to send me your information, because I'm ready to talk.
That's right. We're all ready to talk, and we're going to make sure that we ride this together, because that's what God's plan is all about. You know, sis, we thank you for saying yes to us. Anytime you want to come on. You all know this. We're part of the TV network, right? So, you know what? Today is all about owning your now. Tell us your affirmation word of the day, y'all. And y'all know we got Peace in the Streets with Justice Key coming up, y'all. So y'all get ready to snap it up. But Dr. G, what is your affirmation word for today?
My affirmation word for today is determination. And I chose determination because I am so determined to live out everything that I want to do with my career, with my business, with my TV show. So my word for today is determination. And I know it's not going to be easy. Those obstacles are going to come. The devil's going to get busy. But guess what? Dr. G going to keep on moving.
I love it. I love it. And we're going to be moving with you. We're going to move to the top. So you know what? Thank you so much for saying yes. We'll see you on the ITV network. You all follow our sister and make sure that you all spread the word, y'all, because we will be coming to a TV channel near you. Okay? All right. Take care.
Love you, ladies.
Love you too.
Love you too. You know her energy is on fire.
Absolutely. And honey, if people don't realize it now, the network is going to be something else. You're going to be, like you say, be inspired, empowered. When we get going, it's going to be, well, I won't say when we get going because we're going.
Yes.
Y'all need to join on, get on this boat.
I love it. I love it that everybody comes together. You know, the other thing that we come together and do, y'all, every Friday is we offer peace in the streets with Justice Key. Y'all already know what she's sipping on. Some of that sunflower coffee or tea. She might even have lemonade in her cup this morning. Good morning, Justice.
Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing?
We're doing well.
Doing well, Justice. And it's so good to see you, sis. And you rocking that hat, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you all, too. You know, Fridays are my favorite days, and it's my favorite day of the week because I get to start my Friday off doing something that I love. And I think that's just so important to start your day out. We get 7 days out of the week. One day you should take it and start it off doing something that you really love and care about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know what you do. You always bring us that peace in the streets, and we love it. Talk to us today about what you got. What you got for us?
So we talked about legacy and, building your legacy and taking care of your community and making it count. And I think that's just very important when you walking on your journey, taking care of others and taking care of yourself and going after your dreams. So lyrically inclined, I birth confidence and reassurance when my poetry and my words intertwine. And it's okay to be weak in your heart, but you got to be strong in your mind. And just like fine wine, ladies, we get better with time. Set boundaries because it comes with a thin line. Do you and break free. It's not all about trying to fit in when you're building a legacy. Thanks to Betty Thompson, it's like walking with golden feet on your journey. So free your mind with me and catch a vibe with me. I'm your girl, Justice Key, with peace in the streets.
Yes. Snap, y'all. We just Let's snap in the chat because for all that peace in the streets with Justice Key. And you know what? We definitely are catching a vibe. She said, catch a vibe with me, y'all. Yes. Bravo. That's what I'm about. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you
for taking us into the weekend. You know, this is what it's about, Lady O, is it not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, when she said it's a thin line.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Somebody says, do you and break free. That's what it's all about. Snap, snap, snaps. Lady O, what a day we have had. You know, we're going to make sure that we wrap up because we got so much going on. We still got to do the On Your Now flow. Before we end, Justice, you just really blessed us. What is your affirmation word for today?
My affirmation word is dream. Because sometimes life circumstances don't give you permission to do that. You have to venture off and you have to stumble a couple times to dream. But it's like, who gave you permission to dream? You give yourself permission to dream of something better. So my affirmation word today is dream.
It's dream. Thank you so much for that. And we're dreaming out loud. We're dreaming like in living color.
Yeah, absolutely.
About. Everyone else, please put your affirmation words in the chat because we all want to connect together. That's what our owners do. We're on this journey together. Lady Yo, your affirmation word.
Well, you know, you said your word today is value. And what do we value? Everyone who knows me knows I value family. My biological family, my owner family, my On Network family, our nieces and nephews that we've adopted on the Own Your Now show. Matter of fact, we're going to support our new nephew, Isaac Bruce, this evening as he raises money for his foundation. You know, my word is family.
Family. You know, since we're from St. Louis, I'm going to say family over everything. Family over everything, okay? Because that's what it's all about. You know, every single day here, Monday through Friday, we are here. We're here because we're here to support our community. That's how this all got started, us needing to stand together in the midst of tragedies. But look, the triumph is that we have a beautiful space here for us all to come together. So we hope that you all continue to share. We hope that you all see the value of what it looks like when we say yes to community, when we say yes to self, when we say yes to taking care of ourselves first, and realize that when you do that, you too will be refreshed. That's right, y'all, because you'll feel this positive vibration that comes through when we all say, you know what? I see the value in you. And I understand that, you know what? Endurance may come at night, but we have a lifetime to continue to get this going and dream out loud. See the fruits of our labor and understand that we are deserving of all the things that God has for us. What an amazing day for us. But you have to understand, like Dr. T said, determination is key. When you are grateful to all the things that God is giving you, when you encourage one another, we got to continue to live our lives out loud on this journey, but also offer yourselves a little peace and reload yourselves, knowing that, you know what? We got this together. We're going to continue to strive, and we're going to understand that there is value in us encouraging one another and manifesting the goodness that we all have. So receive the abundance that we have today. But remember, consistency is key, like Tony said. And you know, as always, we will be here because we are your family. So if you all decide, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to go outside or not, it's okay. But if you do go outside, please wear your mask. We know that it's a choice, but we need to take care of our community. And if you decide, I don't know if I'm going to go outside, I think I want to stay inside, it's okay as well. Just hold your cups up and keep sipping and shelter in place. And we will see you all Monday through Friday on the Odd Network soon. And tomorrow we'll be out in the community, but Monday we'll be right back here on the Own Your Now show. Everybody have a great weekend. Talk to you all soon. Peace, love, and positivity. Bye-bye, everybody.